Hello, how is everything?
I'm okay. How about you?
Yeah, it's going good. It's going good, I guess. So, what's the latest news so far? What have you been practicing?
Okay, I've been trying to put into mind the more active approach of being, like we talked about last session, being more proactive and not being so scared to die and trying to roll back into cover towards my team. So that's been in my mind this past week.
That's
And I
nice.
actually
Hmm.
I actually got up back to Plat 1 since our last session, but I've been on a very bad downhill turn starting this weekend.
Okay.
I actually went 3-12 last night, win-loss.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not sure why. I don't know if it's because the past that session I played with a four-man, and usually I play with a duo, so I don't know if that has to do with anything.
Hmm.
I have a couple codes we can look at from that session specifically last night, and I also have a couple codes from, a couple days ago as well,
Right,
but I'm
right.
not
Hmm?
but yeah, that's how it's been, so, I'm okay.
Yeah,
Just a little upset from last night.
usually it's better just for the sake of better matchmaking and also for better learning experience. It's definitely better to play either solo queue or duo queue.
Mhm.
It's one of the best options. Whenever you play in a big stack, it's usually more than three. Matchmaker is you will there might be a lot of mess ups. It's just working this way that because the skill rating is not gonna be as equal when players are gonna take 1v1s and everything. It's just it might be difficult in a lot of cases, or might be too easy sometimes, and then it's still also not as beneficial. But yeah, it's preferable to play solo queue or duo queue potentially if you
Yeah,
can.
I'll probably do that, and if I do wanna play with a bigger group, I'll just play on my alt, so
Yeah, I
I didn't
think
know if that had anything to do with it. I thought it might have because I was like, "Well, it's
yeah, for
not
sure.
really."
Yeah. This affects the gameplay quite a lot. I usually don't want to play big in a big group. If you're looking to actively improve on your main account, for example.
Myself, yeah,
Yeah,
I guess, yeah.
yeah.
Okay, I
That's
just
all
wanted to
good.
ask. Okay.
It's all good though. Okay, what about your progress for the most part though? So we've been talking about in our last session. We've been talking about taking off angles, peak shooting, your resource management a little bit. So, what do you think you do much better currently out of all those concepts so far?
Well, I'm definitely not afraid to die as much.
That's
I'm
good.
not I'm not getting angry every time I die. Every time I die, I'm like, "Okay, what did I do during that death? Did I get them to aggro? Did I get them to use resources?" And I don't know if you remember, but we had a replay session on Eichenwald talking about taking that room to the right. I had
Hmm.
a game. I don't think I can remember if I have it saved, but I probably don't since I won. But I I was very aggressive in that room, and anytime they would get super close, I would try to read whether they would commit or not, and I would always save my roll to get out. And staying in that room, I actually got 2 or 3 picks just in that room, and that gave us enough, incentive to go in. I wasn't
Nice.
scared to take the off angle. I'm taking a lot more off angles. In another game last night where we got stomped, we went against a widow smurf. She went 40 and 8.
Hmm.
But we did roll them at the start, and it was mainly due to me. I'm not gonna try to toot my own horn here, but I off angled on the left side
Yeah.
and I got 3 picks, and we rolled them until they set up way better, and I couldn't off
Yeah.
angle as much
Hmm.
due to the widow being really oppressive. But I'm seeing what you're telling me to do, and I can see it actively working.
This is good. Yeah, this is good to hear. So, mainly you think that off angles doing that is what went much better currently, right?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
I might even try to find that clip real quick. It was in, let's see,
Yeah, sure.
Rialto? Rialto. Yep, here it is. They went 47 and 10 as widow.
Yeah. Nice. Okay. Yeah, I can watch that. Well, you can send it to me as well
Yeah,
potentially. Mm-hmm.
We don't have to watch the entire thing. I just want to show you. It's like the first 5 minutes. I took a quick off angle and it got us the first push very easily.
Yeah,
But
nice.
but
Yeah.
I but I even though I've been on a losing streak, I promise you, I'm listening to you and I'm taking into account,
Oh, yeah.
uh
Mm-hmm.
what you've taught me.
Yeah,
Uh,
exactly. And to be honest, the losing, it's okay, especially when you're learning new things. There's a tendency, actually, you might lose more because it's harder to just get into new habits. But once you build those, once you got those new habits, it's definitely will be easier eventually. It's usually the start. It's usually harder, so it's not like you're gonna climb up instantly when you try to apply this
yeah.
advice.
I wasn't expecting GM that week, yeah.
Right. So it's all good. I think it's all good. Okay, so off angles went better. Not afraid to die. That's good to hear too. Mm, and well, what do you think you struggle with, if there's anything, when you've been looking to apply all this concept so far?
um Recently, like I said, those games last night I played, most of my losses were actually really hard fought. So I'm not sure what else I could be doing better. I'm sure you can point it out very easily if you want to watch. I
Yeah,
have
sure.
some, like I said, I have codes from saved from a day ago and 2 days ago, but I also have codes from my session last night. If you would like to, oh, I wouldn't say all of them were hard fought. Of course, we got rolled a few times, but on the losses I did take, they were actually kind of. But it's up to you. I did send you
Mhm.
that link. I did send you the code for that Rialto match where I took that aggressive off angle.
Hmm. Yeah, we can take a look at that first, and I think, generally speaking, the games where you feel like you try the best in applying those ideas, which we discussed with you so far, I think we can look at those first. Definitely
Okay.
should be, yeah, should be fine this way. If you have any specific codes which we can take a look at, would be good. But yeah, we can take a look at this one too. Sure. But
Alrighty.
can also prepare. Yeah, do you have anything
I have a
you
few.
want to watch? Mm-hmm.
I have a few. Yeah, I'll send you.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, I'm gonna screen share. Okay, here we. Okay.
And then I have one more if we do have to. It's up to
Yeah, I think we can take a look. I think we can start with that first one and then look at the second two. Okay, so 5 minutes in, this is when you was taken off angle and you got the widow.
you. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, let's take a look. Yeah, this map, well, definitely, whenever you're attacking, you have few options. Rialto, you can go to the left side, for example, take an off angle there. Here, the bridge is easier to break through, usually. The second choke here, people usually struggle more. That's where you
Mm-hmm.
can take off angle to the left room, as an example, for
I
user cast.
uh-huh. I even take I even take this right room a little bit to try to
Yeah,
do some off
this is
angling.
good. Yeah, this is good as long as the fight over here. It's just, if they go backwards, then there's just no
No
pressure.
point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, there's not much pressure you can do. But yeah, this is fine, right? Monkey's dead. You're taking off angle on the left. Yeah, this is good. This is what you're looking for. This is what you want to do. And see how much attention you divert towards you, and all this resources going towards you now. Your team can easily push this main choke there, right? This is nice. Yeah, so that was that example. Or you
Mm-hmm.
wanna watch a little bit more of it, or?
Yeah, if you don't mind,
Yeah,
because I
yeah.
really struggled against this widow here. Like I said,
Let's
she
see.
was really good. I think she went back to Cass here at the start.
You monkey dying over and over again,
Yeah,
but
he
you captured.
Monkey is dying a lot. Yeah.
Captured the objective though, which is
Yeah.
nice. Okay.
I think we actually get stuck on this bridge. I can't remember. This so many games ago.
This is good. Fine, getting the staggers, good aim, getting the stagger skin. Might get Ryan there, maybe. Maybe not. A little bit greedy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a little greedy, but hey,
Right.
I forced out the hammer down for no reason. I mean,
Well, well,
but it's still greedy.
yeah, well,
Yeah.
the ideally there you give up the space you set up, but yeah, sure. Let's watch a little bit more. So you
Like I
struggle
said, it
against the
really
widow.
started.
Yeah.
It really started slowing down after this. Like I thought this was gonna be a roll game after that first point, but
Okay.
I was really trying to take this off angle right here, and they got really aggressive on me quite a. Yeah, I see. I rolled forward there. I shouldn't have. I'm not
Yeah.
sure
So it's
why.
basically yeah, we just want to peek out, but your role is should be more on the defensive side. Yeah, there's no
Mm-hmm.
reason for you to maybe roll because there's no kill potential.
Mm.
I'm thinking, well, our topic for the next, well, it's gonna be still around the angles, probably just kind of polishing all of this. I'm thinking, what's next? What might be useful to you? Um, yeah, let's put it this way. I think even this example here will be useful, and then we will take a look at the second game too.
Yeah.
See here, we did mention how you need to take off angles. Yes, this is true. I think you're doing that pretty well. Mechanics are good as well, so this is nice. Now, what I can look for is well thinking about something what's called power positions. I typically call this power positions on the map. For example, here. So first of all, I will explain what power position means. It's a position where you have multiple choices of what you can do with your angles. So for example, here, if I got this high ground here, I have options to go over there. I have options to go here. I have options to drop from here. I have options to go there. Why
Mm.
power positions are so good is that, yeah, you exactly have multiple choices, and that's why high ranks, you typically see people fighting over this high ground first. Because who has this high ground, they have control over this entire street right there. And if you have
Yeah.
control over the entire street, you're able to set up the pressure on the objective in a more effective way too. So, what I think you can try to do, and this is something what we've been talking about when you've been in Eichenwald too. Remember how you was fighting for this high ground? I was telling you, oh, you can go inside the room on the second point and try to fight for the side for the high ground on the
Yeah.
yeah. So that was exactly also in a example of power position. It's just this big high ground here. You have multiple choices of what you're looking to do, and this is something you can think about here. If you got the high ground over here, you have the options to always drop and stay like the same way you did from this angle,
Mm-hmm.
or maybe you could be going over here, over there even. By the way, when you was pushing up before, something you could have done is again set up around this power position with your high noon, maybe to just be able to control most of the space on this map. So
Gotcha.
this is what I'm thinking you need to do. Take angles, take off angles, but fight for power positions if possible first. Try
Okay.
to yes, I'm gonna mention a fight for power positions, such as here, and it's gonna be even easier for you to break through, especially when you have this downtime. There's nothing to do. Just pay attention to setup is your first priority, and this is something I talked about before. Yes, set up proactively. Make sure you divert the enemy's attention, and power position gives you this sort of proactivity. You always can use this as a potential for you to do something. You see here, you have this downtime. Maybe your monkey is dead. Maybe there's not much happening. Well, just take the high ground, just in case. Take the high ground, fight
Mm.
from here. You have the choice to always be defensive. You have the mercy with you as well, and maybe you get a pick, maybe not. Yeah, but
Mm.
you're still pretty safe. Even safer compared to where you are if you're on the high ground, technically, because there's people out down there now. If they
Yeah, I'm not
take
really doing a whole lot on that bridge. You're right.
yeah, yeah. So if we leverage this power position to set up even more pressure and divert even more attention, maybe these guys will actually decide to push you. Well, guess what happens? They will go here. Well, but then this choke is free. This choke is free for you, for your team, and then you can try to break through. One more example can be maybe you want to break through here. If it's difficult for you to break through this window for whatever reason, you might even take this high ground here and push from this side of the point. Yes, this
Mm.
side of the high ground, and just kill the backline from here. So you break through. You again leveraging power positions. Whenever it's possible, I think it's pretty good thing to do. Try to fight for those. Okay, does it make
Okay, I'll keep
sense?
that in mind.
Yeah,
Yeah,
makes sense. Okay,
no, that makes sense. Yeah.
and I think I did show you an examples, some of the examples before in the Cassidy, I believe. Yeah, there was someone Korean, some Korean players, and even there, you could see that that player they're taking those power positions as much as possible. Some maybe something like yeah, watch the aces with you. I think yeah, that's what. Let me see. Okay, so it's yeah, it's sent this one. Okay, so we could see maybe this point is not as clear. It's typically more clear when there's like more of a kind of bigger maps. Maybe this is really tight. There's maybe sometimes no clear power position, but here it's pretty clear. Maybe when you're fighting for this objective in the middle, what this player can do, they can just go all the way left right away and fight for this
Mm-hmm.
position. This is power position here, which gives you control over the entire objective, and then later they can even go in the middle. And this is what you see they try to fight for. They, of course, also trying to watch out who's attacking, yeah, trying to see maybe there's traceable, they were scouting for them, and also looking around to just check in where the team is. But then they will take the high ground here eventually, and they can leverage it as a power position. You can go anywhere. You can contest this. You can drop towards the left, and this is quite nice. This is what you can look for. Yeah, this is one
Mm-hmm.
example of the power position. Maybe on something like Oasis. Um, yeah, I think this is a good one. Yeah, do you have any questions about all of
Yeah,
this?
actually, I do.
Yeah,
Um,
any
I've
questions?
been
Yeah.
catching myself lingering a little too much on off angles, and then I get caught out. When are some key like giveaways to give up on the like? Do you do it instantly when they turn their avert their attention towards you, or do you do it as soon as do you stay for a second and then back out? Because I've been catching myself, just caught out, even though I am trying to going back towards my team sometimes.
Mm-hmm. So it's just how long you can stay, right? And just understanding, yeah, how long you can stay on the angle, what it's based on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so there are a few things for you to look for, and this is something we're gonna discuss anyway. I think once this power position, this is clear. Well, first of all, I'm just gonna give you maybe one more example of the power position later, and then you will get back to this how to maintain off angle longer. So this is gonna be second scene for us. Yeah, here it's pretty clear. Yeah, the power position on the high ground would get you maybe more
Hmm.
pressure down. You're not getting stuck in the choke. Yeah, maybe let's just speed up a little and see on yeah, maybe around here. Yeah, what's your thoughts? What is that power position you want to fight for eventually? Once you
Probably
yeah.
probably that bridge, where
Yeah, the
he's at.
bridge. Yeah, so you understand it. Yeah, you just need to see where's this angle potential, where you can take multiple angles of attacks. Maybe on something like Route 66, it can be gas station on the first point. On the second point, it can be something like the high ground in the middle. There's a big building in the middle. Okay, with that second thing you mentioned, how long can stay in the angle? Yeah, what is it based on? Let's go back. I think there was a good example. Actually, yeah. Well, we could use this potentially. Yeah, and then we can look at the other replay too, just in case. Okay. So you're taking an angle here, right?
Yeah.
And it turns out alright eventually, and there are a few things for you to watch out for to understand how long it can stay. Yeah, it's let's put it this way: how long it can stay is based on how much pressure the enemy do towards you. If they do quite a lot of pressure, then you die. You don't want to die. Yeah? You want to survive the pressure. So yeah, what are those triggers you need to look for to make sure you able to stay here effectively? Yeah, what is this? What do you want to keep an eye on? What's your thoughts? Yeah, I want to hear your thoughts first.
Um, if Widow looks at me, I don't want to stay there long at all. I don't want to keep. If I do, I'd probably Jago peek it.
Mm-hmm.
And if I feel like I wouldn't feel comfortable staying there if both Widow and Ayari were jumping me, like her Widow shooting me and Ayari pushing me.
Okay.
And definitely if the tank turns his way, I would definitely back it.
Okay, okay. So see, you do mention quite a lot about just because they turn at you, what they do to you is they do damage towards you, right? They might do quite a lot of burst, and this is might be scary. So what you will be paying attention to is a main ideal trigger is your HP. This is first one. Typically, whenever you have half of your HP, so it's lower than half, yeah, around half HP. So yeah, once you have HP, you usually wanna give up the angle. You want to play on more defensive note. I don't like to say maybe give up the angle completely, but just push back a little, yeah, put more emphasis towards the cover, yeah, how you play
Mhm.
around cover, and then later you can try to retake the angle. Yeah, so if you get
Oh,
him, mhm,
I always back off, and as I'm backing off, I'm listening to see if they fully commit for their footsteps, and if they don't, I usually try to peek back again.
exactly. So if we get, yeah, so this is what you're doing right there, yeah, if getting pushed from the angle, you can try to retake it later, but if there's too big of a commitment, well, first you watch out, you watch your HP, yeah, you watch your HP, it's simple one. If you have HP, then you can start giving it up. Another thing for you to look for is your effective range, I guess. If they're getting too close, if you're using cover pretty well, if they're getting too close, then you know, oh, if there are too many characters, I want to keep my distance, I want to keep my range, stuff like that. Yeah, you definitely will be playing this more of a mid-range angles, kind of closer to close range, but still, you're not playing really too close, like Reaper or Tracer.
Oh
You
yeah.
still have some sort of distance, yeah, like you do here. So keep an eye on the range. This is another one. And I would say one of the biggest one too for you to understand if you can stand the angle or not is want to keep an eye on what your team is doing. If your team is being active, so right before you attack, your team is being active, they do something on the angle, then you can pick out more aggressively. So watch out for timing with your team. And you'll see here,
Mm.
it sort of works because there's a Raz while your Mercy just razzing, there's some activities happening on this angle, but then typically it will be stuff like that, like your monkey jumping in, your monkey is being aggressive. This is what distracts an enemy team. This is what makes it easy for you to get kills. You see this all this distraction, you're gonna get,
Mhm.
I think you're gonna get the Solaria, right? And then you might get the Moira too right away. It will do, yeah. So this is one of the biggest things for you to watch out for. And this is when you know, oh, I can stay here a little bit longer because my team, they've been really aggressive. Yeah, those sort of triggers can really help. Resources, this is something we talked about with you before. Yeah, so if you use those correctly, just using them right away. Yeah, you take proactive position first and you have those. Then it also adds more confidence towards if you can stay on the angle or not. So I would do this. Yeah, I would just watch out for those maybe three key things for now. Um, there's another idea. We can take a look at this, like understanding the tempo of the fight, maybe just understanding the numbers, how many people are pushing you. If there are too many, you start giving up space. If there's just one member, then you kind of can hold, you can still fight. Yeah, it's just the game of resources, really. If you can win resource trade, yeah, one resource for maybe two cooldowns or maybe three, there's always a good thing to do. We'll see. Maybe if you have any timestamps where it was difficult for you to take an angle, then we can take a look. Do you have any examples over here actually during this replay, or
I think it was, yeah, after the second, like towards that second point,
what's the second point? Let's see.
like near the bridge, near the.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here was hard, but I never took that high ground, so that kind of explains it.
Let's see. Well, high ground's definitely a big culprit too. Let's see. Even when we're there, from perspective of the things which you mentioned. Okay, so what we got now? Oh well, let's watch first. You wait. Are you gonna die here? Just curious.
Probably. Yep, I rolled forward again.
Okay, so see, this is exactly this thing, right? We did die on an angle. So why it happened? What are you missing here? Any thoughts?
Cover. Cover.
Cover. Cover definitely big helper.
I
Okay.
probably should have stayed around that pole, and I would have been a lot closer to the door than my
Hmm.
teammate.
See the range as well, right? This is really I don't think it's too comfortable for you. Yeah, you still have this sort of distance you could take. That was way too close when it was over here. I definitely think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, and later it turns out that well, out in the open you're not maintaining your distance and then getting killed. So see this is when you start getting close. Yeah, like right there. It's not needed. Just open up the angle, just like that. Yeah,
Yeah, I
you
could have
have.
been jiggle
Mhm.
peeking from this pole. I mean, it's a column right here. Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe we can use those two things together. It's just gonna be range and cover. Maybe okay, I can have the separate note like cover. Cover for you mainly, it's gonna be if you can reach any cover in 0.5 seconds. In a way, you're kind of trying to make sure that you have as less space as possible between cover
Yeah.
and the enemy, so you can minimize your hitbox because now when we're out in the open, you're exposed to too many characters. Mm-hmm.
Mhm. Yeah, we got 3 people looking at me, and I'm wide out in the open.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. I think it's definitely something can keep an eye on. Uh, cover to deal with one threat at a time. Maybe let's say it this way. So I can place anybody like really close to cover potentially here, and will
Mhm.
be quite good. You can maintain this angle longer. Hmm. Timing wise, actually, let's see. When I was doing this, you see this thing as well. Your team's kind of they're not as active because of this wall, right?
Yeah.
Something you want to keep an eye on too. I think. Mm-hmm. Maybe as your priority list, probably it will be first, timing with your team. Yeah, that's for one, and how you using cover with your range. I think. Yeah, let's put it on the priority list here. Does it make sense to you or?
Yeah, it makes sense. I'm just a little upset because I don't know why I'm playing so kinda egotistical right there. I guess I got a little
Happens.
big-headed.
Well, you did roll them first.
Yeah. And then
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
And see the same thing over here, right? So we got what? We're fighting dismay. Okay, that's fine to fight, but I think prioritize the setup first. Yeah, so you would be, well, where you could be at this point of time with your cover, range
Mm.
at the same time. What's your thoughts?
Oh, if we were fighting for the bridge,
Mm-hmm.
maybe go high ground on the right side or left side
Okay, sure. And then see you will
because this
be.
right here is
Uh-huh.
kind of just a really long range, this entire
Yeah,
main lane, right? Where
exactly.
she kills me because she two shots me.
Right. Exactly. So we will be taking top over here, I think, and try to take one of these windows. You will be yeah, I'm thinking, well, yeah, well, just that's say again, minimizing the sweats. Yeah, simply as that. Make sure you deal with one sweat at a time because I think for now your team is just be exposed to too many characters sometimes. Well, it's been before
Mhm.
too, something we uh talked about a little before, maybe just something I've watched before, but you want to be careful. And that's why remember that was idea of peak shooting. That's why it was important. I peak shoot around the cover, and if I play
Mhm.
around the cover, then I can do that pretty well. So you can kind of get back to this idea, with the cover. Yeah, I'm actually gonna write this down. Then yeah, you're gonna be peak shooting. This is one. Keeping an eye on that you deal with one sweat at a time, and we'll be good. Mm-hmm. Okay. Just in this notes here. Okay, let's keep going. This is fine. So see, you minimizing the sweats in a way that you only deal with the Mei. Now I can take this angle, fine. Uh, maybe get the Bab a little bit out in the open again. You see
Yeah, a
this?
little I rolled forward again.
Yeah. You,
I don't
you
know why I'm doing this in games, even though I've got it in my head, like the things we went over. I should
yeah.
have just stayed right here, and if I didn't kill him, roll back out.
You can have this exercise because it's a habit. You can be more intentional with this habit with your roll. Just try to use your roll towards the cover. So this is gonna be more intentional habit of like roll towards some sort of corner constantly. Okay, so
Yeah,
maybe if I'm attacking here, then I roll towards here, or I roll towards there. It just has to be some sort of cover. It's never shouldn't be the open. Okay, with
yeah.
you, okay, maybe
I was
let's.
so I feel like I was desperate to get the kill there. I feel like
Yeah, yeah.
I'm reaching to get the kill because I mean we were kind of desperate. I'll be honest with you around that point because we were so slow pushing it that far. I
hmm
guess I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah, I get it. I get it. Well, it's
I was desperate to make something happen again.
I think okay to elaborate on this with corners because I did show you kind of where you peek shoot around the cover this way where we at this way if you kind of go left and right you shoot just like that, but you can also think about the corners such as this one here, for example, this high ground. Maybe I showed it to you in a previous lesson too. So you can peek out this way too, and use this horizontal structures as your cover. So it's not only vertical structures like this one. It's really important to understand whenever I'm attacking. So maybe if he was attacking Baptiste, then even using high ground, there was sort of platform you was on is a cover is also fine. Yeah. So
Hmm.
it's not that well. Not trying to get a kill is or like going forward is bad. No, you can go forward. Just do it in a way that using one of the structures. Yeah, you're gonna be intentionally keeping an eye on. Okay, if I'm shooting this bot, I'm using this structure to make sure I'm safe. Or maybe if I'm shooting this bot here, yeah, I don't want to be exposed to two members. I'm just gonna be using this cover over here and
Hmm.
minimize my threats. Yeah, this is most ideal. And it's gonna be peak shooting. If something goes wrong, yeah, instead of rolling forward or towards back, I roll towards the cover always. And I'm
Yeah.
doing it because I always choose what cover I play around. You're always gonna be telling yourself, oh, I play around here, okay. So something happens, okay. I messed it up a little, but yeah, you get the idea. Yeah, you roll towards the cover if something
Hmm.
happens. Yeah, maybe you peek out a little bit wide. Okay, something happens. Okay, yeah, just roll out back to the
Yeah.
cover, and you will be fine. This way, I think will be really good. Yeah, we can watch maybe one of this other replays a little bit more. Let's see.
Wow, I didn't think I learned so much from that. I was trying to show off, and then I learned a lot. I'm glad I did though.
No, but this is good. Well, in any of those replays, because there definitely will be certain patterns as a gameplay.
I
Like,
actually played soldier here.
oh,
If that's fine, or we can go to another.
that
I
was
think the
just a
other one's a
little
guy.
soldier, it seems. it's
Oh, okay. I think I gave up quick.
Yeah, you fine going over task here?
I know one. Yeah, it's fine. I just know that one of those codes was a soldier.
Okay.
I think I missed a fuck
Yeah,
ton on
if
this tracer.
if you fight the tracer, it's okay to sort of shoot to force out the blinks and recall. Maybe once she does, she uses a lot of resources, can punish her a little bit more with the flash. Yeah, it happens. Well, shots. Maybe can steal HP pack and see your roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. If I'm doing this, I still can keep an eye on what cover I'm using and what allows me to maintain the angle. This is fine, sort of. You roll towards the cover, but what if I roll towards here, where the HP pack is? And something you will keep an eye on too. Something to add to, like how long you can stay in the angle. Mm, what helps you to stay on the angle? It can also be HP pack, something like that. You want to keep an eye on where it is too, in my opinion.
Mhm.
This is fine. And be
I think
careful with
this was
those
a really. I
rolls.
think this was a really. I had a really rough few games in terms of mechanics.
If you get this guy, where do you roll to? Okay, this guy's dead. Okay, how do you roll from here?
I think I rolled backwards.
Okay, you roll backwards, but where should you be?
Probably going toward any sort of cover.
So it can be here-ish, can be this.
Or
I think
left,
this
yeah.
can be fine. You maintain the range from the tracer a little bit more, and you also can deal with the Junkrat as well. I think here you
Yeah.
would be a little bit too close towards anybody. So it's more, but it will be more intentional. It's not just the roll into open where you're exposed to too many things. It's really important. You will be keeping an eye on the cover you're using. Now you're exposed to 3 characters. Might be tough.
Yeah.
The mechanics are fine overall with you, I think, and we did watch it before. Your mechanics are fine overall. Okay, let's see. Using this cover here as an example. See, don't
I
give it
didn't
up
use it.
yet.
Yeah, just yeah.
Let's get back to previous ID as well. Yeah, power position. Remember this too. Fight for power positions first. Try to, I guess, use those as much as possible if you see the opportunity. So from here, if you're able to pick out and shoot, then keep doing that. If not, then you can drop, of course, but keep an eye on towards what cover you're gonna go to. Yeah, what cover you're gonna be using later. It turned out alright. And I ended up out in the open there, so... Oh, you got punched. But see, it's just your movement towards the open as well. There's no I understand we shoot the tire, but your intention, ideally, your habit should be always I move towards some sort of cover, Yeah, maybe if your habits are right, you would do this kind of rotation where you go up the stairs, then you go here, and then you jump towards this corner, instead of it being like where we're out in the open, then you get him punched. By the way, against the Doomfist, to avoid the punch, you need as quickly as possible to maybe even get behind those trees or some sort of lampposts, anything. He's just gonna help out. Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate. You're getting punched, and then Tracer got you too, but... Shooting.
I'm so out in the open.
Yeah, see from here as well. I'm thinking to try to leverage this a little bit more if possible. At least you can use the stairs too, and yeah, it will be not as open as well. There's just too much of tension. Your supports are really remember this resource war, yeah, because you're out in the open now. They have to spend more resources on you, and they are busy. They will be doing less damaging. Yeah, so see, less damage boost, less damage from Moira, and the entire game is mostly based on damage. It's based on how much damage we can do. If we do more damage than the enemy team, then you win, because yeah, it's just you never can out heal the damage. Here's the thing. That's why we always want to increase damage output whenever it's possible. And this, yeah, it's just so many, so many characters. Yeah, I think cover. It's definitely important. Ooh. Oh, lucky. What happened?
I think I rolled the damage.
Wait, what?
And I was getting Moira.
But she stick to you. Wait. Oh, wait,
yeah,
it's working this way now. Okay, I forgot. Yeah, right. You have 275, and then you just have 5 HP left with the roll. Yeah, you have damage reduction, and that's why. Yeah, you live through it. Nice. I was new HP changes. Sometimes it's just a little bit weird, but. That's why roll is so powerful, really. If there's any sort of burst,
nerfed it.
Yeah, they even nerfed it, exactly. But
I wish they didn't, but yeah.
This is fine.
Here I am I'm trying to grind cast, and here comes the cast nerfs. So like, okay. That's fine.
Because of you.
Yeah, they know.
They know something's coming. Okay.
They could feel something was stirring. I hired you, and then
oh,
I shit on her.
that was. Okay, you see this though. You got the tracer. What power position you can take from here?
Bridge.
Yeah, just go on the bridge. Fight this entire street right away. You got the Mercy. Help your Mercy to reposition yourself. You guys all stuck
Gotcha.
here, the Mercy is gonna die. I mean, it's not about that entirely, but it's just part of the reason. Part of the reason why it's also good. Power position is the first priority, though. 100%. Power position here, you got really nice sightlines, cover. You're making it harder for this Doomfist to do anything. And what's important, you also take these angles away from the enemy. See, this Lucio will not be able to use it freely. Maybe Junkrat. Junkrat will not be able to use it freely too. Tracer, who knows? Yeah, any of those characters is always, always good to fight those guys. Okay. Maybe any questions so far, or everything's clear?
No, you're explaining it very well.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Okay. Yeah. Let's watch. I'm wondering, maybe there's a good example of what we just discussed with this guy here, was like when to give up the angle. I think we watched this first segment. There was when he died, he kind of overstayed, and I did comment on that. Yeah, he didn't pay attention to his. Maybe he could roll away earlier, but I think the second example was quite good. Yeah, was like how long can stay in the angle. Just whenever you position yourself. Yeah, again, watching out for those triggers, saying, okay, my team is attacking, watching out for HP, and making sure that you use the cover as well. So it's ideally we're trying to, and see the roll as well. He's rolling towards the cover. Yeah. So it's not forward, not backwards, but we're trying to roll, minimize the threats too. You can think, oh, I want to deal with one threat at a time. Okay, here's your threat. There's a Tracer. I'm 62 HP. My team can support me too. This is quite nice. Okay, 2v1. And sometimes you have no choice but to stay at the open. Sometimes it's happening, but definitely keep an eye on eventually what is that piece of cover you'll be using. Maybe on second point as well. Something like this Higand is a good example of vertical cover. See how he's positioned a little bit far back there. So he's not peeking out like a lot of players would do here, where most of his body is exposed. He's really going back. Really going leaning backwards, so we removing all the space between this cover and the enemy. Yeah, we able to, and you're still able to shoot them. But by the way, whenever you shoot them, the only thing they see is your head only. They're not able to see your your body. It's just the way bullets work, which your bullets are going through it's starting through the head in a way. Like this animation, it's going not through the body, if you understand what I mean. It's not going from this from the gun point. It's going from head point. The bullets are going from head point towards the enemy. That's why whenever you see an enemy this way, they're not able to see, they're only able to see your head, but you're still shooting them though.
So it's very head glitchy.
Yeah, true. That's why you trying to use this cover, and it's really hard to hit you. With hard hitbox is harder to hit. Well, it's critical damage rate, but we're not as exposed. Like this player is just more. Once they're trying,
if they wanna hit you, you have to make them work for it.
yeah, and it can work on any character, soldier, yeah, any other characters, supports, everything, every other character. You really trying to make sure you use this idea. Yeah, you remove space between cover and the enemy. Okay, remove space. Yeah, I think I'm gonna write it down to between cover and enemy. Right. Yeah, we can keep watching. You want to keep watching this, or maybe you have any specific questions about other replays here?
We can if you want. This one was a really close game. I really don't know how we lost it, to be honest. I was wondering if maybe you could point out.
Yeah, mostly seems like cover to me, right? We're out in the open there. Quite a lot. Your angles are good though. Like resource management wise, it's better, definitely. Yeah, taking off angles plus resources definitely feels better. Just watch out with this cover, peak shooting as well, right? How do you roll to? So you roll towards the cover. So see, okay, this is fine. A little bit of power position too, right? This game too. Yeah, like taking the middle section. Maybe they would leverage. You could leverage it more, generate more pressure. Mm, here, it's definitely you shouldn't be. Whenever you hear the tire, I think also try to think how do you move on your own angle. Well, you wanted to take this. I don't think you have
Mm-hmm.
to move towards your team anyway. Try to still maintain it. Maybe you push back, but push back to
This
on your
way.
angle. Yeah, so you're not going back towards your team. It's not it's always useful to go back towards your team only if you think you under big pressure with like there's a lot of pressure. Yeah, something like you have HP as you mentioned. Yeah, maybe the enemy is actively pushing you. But other than that, if you're able to stay on the angle, then do it. Yeah, it's
Mm-hmm.
always moving the angle a little bit more rather than going back towards your lane, main lane. This is fine. Okay, shooting with and need a little bit more cover there too, just in case if Zara wants to push you. So see again, like here, maybe peek shoot, peek shoot. If it's surgeon, you can shoot the surgeon. Maybe Zarya. Be careful though. That's all right here. If you're confident and get a kill, you roll. You can roll in.
Mm-hmm.
This is fine. Yeah, push the Junkrat away, and then, well, yeah, shooting is fine. A little bit too close. I'm thinking,
Yeah.
how do you set up from here? What's your thoughts? So we talked about what?
Uh,
Yeah, maintaining the
I
angles.
definitely, I definitely could have just not played face to face with Azaria. That would help. Yeah.
Well,
I
well,
could have. I
uh-huh.
could go on the flank left. I should have
Sure,
thought of that.
sure. For flank left, see, this idea was cover and range. You need cover, cover and range, and yeah, cover and range, and you will be going maybe from here, starting with the ultimate. Maybe going all the way left even is better, but not this
Yeah.
range. This is more of a Reaper's range, and it's
Yeah.
still really uncomfortable. I'm thinking, well, mm, with this sort of thing I mentioned, try to stay on the angle, try to stay on of angle as much as possible. You can think about this idea. Each map you can separate on C lanes. So for example, here this is the main lane. Over there,
Yeah.
this is sort of let's call it, yeah, like this is the middle lane. This is the side lane, and this is another side lane over here. And you typically will be on one of the side lanes. Usually, you almost never. Well, it's just usually, at least at this SR, because people tend to stack on the main lane. You typically will not be on the main lane. You will be somewhere in the side lanes if possible. You're trying to go towards the side lanes at least. Yeah, that's why maybe starting from here. Yeah, this is I'm already kind of leaning towards the side lane. Here, I'm also leaning towards the side lane. Maybe if you're on the right side, yeah, let's call it like B1 maybe, then it will be longer rotation, but also possible.
Mm-hmm.
One of the side lanes, try to, yeah, I guess try to maintain those, and move on the lane. So you will not be just going backwards towards your team. You trying to move on the lane as much as possible. Remember when we were fighting the Junkrat here, sort of. So your lanes are looking this way. You have this middle lane, you have, well, this building is sort of going towards this side lane on the right side, and there's another side lane over here. So if the Junkrat is ulting me, I'm not going back towards the main lane. I will try to go towards this side lane there. I'm not just going back towards my team this way. And I'm trying to maintain my lane, kind of maintain, move there as much as possible. On push maps, sometimes it will be a little bit maybe not as clear with the lanes because it's just you can kind of pass through the buildings quite easily, but maybe on the payload maps it's easier to understand. On the map, even on King of the Hill, you can usually separate the maps on three lanes. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
maybe, let's see, what's the other third code we got? Let's
I
see.
think
Hmm.
I don't. Let me see, just to be sure. I think one of them might have been a tracer one.
Oh, there's a, well, Yeah, we can take a look later. I think
Yeah.
yeah, we
I don't
can
think
do
this. I
that.
think this one. I'm not sure. I can't remember. They were a
Yeah.
couple days ago.
Yeah, it's just I wanted to show it just as an example of see this map here. You have this kind of middle lane over there, and then
Yeah.
this is kind of starting this side lane here, and then another side lane is going from here towards this side, and it's always working this way. In any map, you have this side lanes. You will typically be there. Try to yeah, I'm just gonna say maintain your lane. Yeah, maintain your
Okay.
lane as much as possible. Well, do you want to try to do a game on what we mentioned? Maybe like stuff with the cover, for example, or you have any questions about the replays? Maybe you want to look at the other character too. We can do more of the series on data, but yeah, I think it's fine if you do if you like doing the cover to just yeah see how you how you
Yeah.
implement it.
Okay. Yeah. I can do that. Let me start my stream.
Oh, let's do it.
Can you see?
Okay. Yeah, yeah. I think it's working. Yeah, everything's good.
Oh man,
Just
it is
keep
a
an
little
eye.
upsetting though.
The quality is pretty high though, so we might maybe you wanna decrease it just in case, so you'll not get any
Oh,
lags.
oh, oh. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let me. Oh, I have it on 2K. Oops.
Yeah, yeah. What's upsetting?
What's that?
Oh, you just said something is upsetting.
Uh, like I feel bad like having to go over the same stuff again, even though I'm trying to like mentally in my mind, do what you say. It's a little embarrassing.
I mean, it's different. The cover is different. We didn't go over the cover as much.
Yeah,
You're doing
yeah.
better. You're doing better with the angles, as I mentioned. Angles, resource management. Was our main point, I believe, before. And this is the whole thing about the training. We're just gonna be fixing this, then you fix another thing, then you fix another. It's fine. You're taking off angles better, and the resources management is better though, much better. So I wouldn't worry. And then you just try to fix the cover now, and it will be good. So with cover, do peak shoot and deal with one sweat at a time. I
Gotcha.
think that's gonna be enough. Yeah, it's all good. Really, you're doing pretty good progress. I'm not just saying that. It's just it shows. It's big difference. Before we just been really sitting far back, not being proactive. Now it's different. It's completely different now.
Okay.
Yeah, this is what you want to do more. And honestly, this is the hardest part to fix. As I mentioned, the hardest part to fix is your proactivity. The way we play cover is easier to fix. So let's see how we do it.
I think I'm gonna try to go left and in that room.
Sure.
I'm gonna wait for a monkey to try to. Oh, that
Yeah.
Malga.
Yeah, let's do this more of a peak shooting with the whenever you apply pressure. One shot at a time and be good, yeah. Maybe deal with Stewart. And then later you can pick out the other angle. Right. Ooh. Okay, good. We have the cover. Nice. Ooh,
Oh, I need a finisher. Fuck.
it's okay. The wasted HP packs there. It's good. Good resource trade. Anyway. See if you can shoot the squishies. Right. Okay. If not, you can shoot the tank. Try to one sword at a time. Yeah. You can move up. Potentially. Find another cover. You can always transition. Think about your role as well, like rotation tool sometimes too. You can basically go from one piece of cover to another when you're pushing up sometimes. You can just kind of roll towards the cover, maybe if you hesitant. You just go, yeah.
So that was really loud.
Oh, what was loud?
The game. I might need to turn it down.
Oh, okay. Well, I have it on 0 for now. Well, I
Okay.
actually might. Yeah, I will increase it a little just for me. Uh, power position here, by the way. What's that?
Probably this one.
Yeah, you need to fight for it. Go for it. Yeah, we're not fixating on it too much, but just yeah. So you remember this stuff. Good, good, nice. 1 kill, and you have the roll too. You easily survive there. Okay, nice, good job.
Damn it.
After you get the Reaper, think about your next power position right away.
Okay.
Yeah, you want to try to maybe get up the bridge if possible. Can you roll over here?
Ah, I
Wait,
tried it.
I
I
think it's
tried it.
possible, right? I just sometimes it's weird with those rotations with the stuff you can do. Ooh, no.
Oh,
Here. It's fine.
yeah.
It's
I
fine.
should
It's
have
fine.
stayed on bridge.
Typically, when I always see the vendor, it's kind of scary. I usually get
Just
out of the
hide.
line of
Yeah.
sight. Yeah.
I usually do too. I don't know why I thought that.
Ah, don't
I thought
worry.
maybe they'd be more scared.
Don't worry. Don't worry. Yeah.
They were not scared.
Yeah, it takes time to charge your ultimate. That's why people typically they're not as scared initially. It's fine though.
Oh, I could have gotten a pick.
Mhm. Okay. Might be a little bit tough because you yeah, have this choke over here, so think what I can do, but mhm. Yeah, even this angle might work. Just if they push up, you can kind of set up more
Oh.
pressure this way. Nice. Survived. Are you? I'm not just sure, but are you able to make this rotation if you go up from the high ground and then roll towards this opposite high ground there? I'm just
Oh, you talking about like
yeah.
from that one high ground?
I actually don't know, but yeah, you
I
might
think I can. Yeah.
might try
Yeah.
to,
Yeah. Yeah.
because you
Troll.
need to take an angle somehow. That's why I'm thinking about the things you can do
Yeah.
here. So you can jump and roll towards this the cover there.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh.
Well, you'll slide fever, but yeah. So see, yeah, yeah, you're able to, right? So this is what you will be doing from here. You need to take an angle this way eventually. Your team is dead, but later. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Just aim to do that. If you want, and that same idea. So at power position, angle, you will be using this cover on the high ground. Just set up there first, and
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, we actually got a pick. Wow.
Yes. Nice, good job. Yeah, see, so easy to break through. Well, almost.
Ah.
Yeah,
Okay. A good
it's
trade.
all
Good trade.
good. Yeah. Whenever there's a struggle, you always want to find a way to take an angle on the point. Oh well, this guy's bleeding. Well, let's see.
It's might be winnable.
Might be, might be.
Tree down.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think that's ours. Oh, that was ours. Nice. Winnable. No supports.
Yeah, they got a little bit better spawn there. It's a bit unfortunate. Can kill this guy. And yeah.
Get rid of that.
Oh, nice
I
shots.
try to get behind the payload. I
Yeah,
almost had the bat.
yeah. I think it's fine. This is good. The second point is tough, but now you could just be doing this rotation, I think, earlier. That's it. So you're not stuck in a choke as much. A really
Gotcha.
uncomfortable choke there. And that's why typically people here they play somewhat of a character with verticality where you just can go up easily.
Mm-hmm.
With
I
your
do that jump
pull,
all the time as soldier. I just wasn't sure if I could
surgeon.
do it with Cass.
Y- y- y-
Soldier.
oh,
Soldier.
soldier.
My
Oh,
bad.
soldier. Yeah, soldier you can. Yeah. Definitely can. By the way, character like surgeon, it's also gonna be easier to play because you got some verticality over there. Just easier for you to take that angle. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Cassidy, if you play in that choke, I definitely think this is the way to go. You just no other option for you to break through. You cannot take the
Gotcha.
angle right away.
They held that pretty well, though. I'll give it to them.
Yeah, this is true. It's fine. You can
We can
definitely
hold it.
hold
We can
it.
hold it better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys did pretty well on the first point too. I definitely think you and the first half of the second point too. You guys been rolling. Mm. Yeah, we just keep thinking about the cover. One thread at a time, cover, roll to cover, maybe stuff like that. Sometimes power position, well, I will remind you maybe, but yeah, cover, put it as your...
I feel like this is a pretty good power position because I can
Yeah,
contest from here, and if they go under, I can contest from here. And
yeah,
this is my
exactly.
cover I'll go to.
True.
Yeah.
Shots?
I could have killed him right there.
Ooh, good shot. Yeah.
I should have backed off.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know my teammates had backed up that fast.
Yeah, there's just... As soon as you notice, your tank gives up the position, kind of big signal to you. With something,
Mm-hmm.
your Sigma did give it up, but...
I gotta get back. I gotta get back.
I might still hold it. Yeah, this is good. Take the high ground, then find a pick. Squishy. Oh,
If
that
I can
would,
hit
that
a
would be so
shot.
nice, yeah. Good pressure. Pressure them behind the corner. This guy's out in the open, well... Yeah, kind of scary now.
Oh, she's gonna boop us off.
A fight for power position still on the high ground, don't forget. Just in case you fight it, you push the enemy back, and then from here you can think. Do next, yeah, nice. Got the Genji.
I do like no damage from here.
Yeah, you can get closer later. It's just whenever they're far, I think you can even use this building which is in front of you, and you're just gonna be using horizontal cover here, basically like the...
Over here.
This is good too. Yeah, if they either contest, you have the advantage here. A little bit too far here. Fine. Good. Oh, I got a pick, so you still have two picks. Can push them now. Right. This is fine. It's hard to hit. Nice. Think about how you're gonna set up your high noon for the next fight. Ask for support. Up is really up. Okay, you're fine. The next fight you can kind of initiate once the... Oh, your tank has been active on that high ground there. Nice shot. Fine.
Ah,
Nano Blade with a Larry all train, so not
that's
too
3 ults right there.
yeah, not too bad, not too bad for sure. You can retake it. Think about the again taking the power position. You probably want to go up the stairs to contest. Yeah, it's
That one or this one?
right side.
Right side?
Yeah, I think.
Oh, they're pretty close.
If not, yeah, if not possible, then staying around this angle is fine. Just this is typically good angle.
No, I got a finisher.
It's just you have so many options from here. It's quite nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
I will fight for this.
Yeah. You can kind of rotate from one building to another. Like if you want to peek this main side, main angle, you go a little bit left, all the way left. If
Yeah.
you want to go back, yeah, you just go on those buildings. So see, you're gonna be maintaining your lane. This idea, you just move on the lane constantly.
Oh, can I hit a shot?
This is fine. So applies pressure. You did force out the shot. Yeah. Ooh, this guy. He did die though.
Yeah, she's really weak. I don't think they're gonna push those two though. Thank goodness.
Yeah, you got better spawn too, so not bad.
We went Mercy. I like the bat. Oh, Pharmacy would be good, and that res would be really good. Can you get that res?
I can help
I
you
don't know why
out
she
from
just
here.
stood still.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Nice. Got a pick. I think if they maintain Zarya, they should be able to win easily. Like here, the Zarya can't do anything versus the Skyguns here too.
Oh my goodness, can I hit a shot?
Oh, good. This is good high noon. He did zone them out at the right moment too. Ooh, nice shots. Crazy.
If that Pharah can keep that Genji in check, I can do whatever I want.
Ooh,
Oh.
she wants you really.
Come on, Pharah. Yes. Good res, good res. Yes,
Nice. There's a
yes.
barrage too. Well,
What?
oh,
She killed
suicide.
herself. What is she doing? This dragon better not kill me.
Yeah, good to win this.
Ooh, we need to get high ground.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, you did take power positions quite a lot. The second point on attack
Yes.
would be better to take second point even earlier. But overall, that was good. I think it was really a nice game.
Thank you. I felt a lot better taking those high. I felt the amount of pressure I was putting on him.
Yeah, yeah. Honestly, the amount of shots, it's not the first thing you need to look for, really. Because you're on the power positions, because you're in a valuable angles, what you do is you make it look scary for the enemy team. So they back up and they waste their resources. And it's the same thing with any kind of big burst character. Like you play Hans, you play Widow. It's not that you need to kill 5. You need to kill everyone. It's just you need to put a lot of pressure because of your position, because of where you are. You're just able to control quite a lot of space there. Okay. I'm thinking, well, we have some time left. Maybe we can use the time to go over anything you like. Maybe the other character a little bit. Again, we probably gonna use same ideas we went over today. But yeah, you
Okay.
wanna look at something else? Just any other
Oh
character?
yeah, I really want to get good at Tracer. So I think I
Really?
have one saved here. Let's see if it's Tracer. I can't. I think is it New Junk City I played Tracer with? Let me see. Highlights. No, I played soldier. Okay, this one's soldier. I thought I played one with because I want to get. I feel like my tracer could be a lot. Yeah, here it is. Okay, Servasa.
Send me the code, yeah.
Okay, yeah, power positioning. I knew that high ground was a good spot, but I hadn't
Yeah.
really thought about fighting for it and trying to keep it.
Yeah, exactly. And the higher you go, the more people gonna do that. They will fight for those valuable spots. Really shows on the maps with a lot of high grounds, like Arkenwald. You see people really sitting on those high grounds, maybe Hollywood as well. Okay, let's see. So same ideas. Yeah, maybe even with the Tracer, it did talk a lot about how you need to use the cover to minimize the threats. This idea with Tracer might be really useful too. So for example here, you see where you are now. How many people potentially are able to shoot you? Well, first off, it's also the angle where you are, but then also the cover. Okay, so I'm thinking from here, where should you be to be able to minimize the threats and also have more valuable angle of pressure?
I feel like left side would be pretty good here,
Yeah,
but I
left
have to
side.
watch out.
Yeah, left side. Remember, we did say as a Cassidy, maybe I did use this sort of a scale with you. I did say, oh, you can take soft angles, or I like to say kind of hard angles, where you can go deeper. You can be more far away from your team. With Cass, it's kind of it's either soft or sometimes it's in the middle. It's rare when you go really hard deep on the flank. See, it can be, but it's not that. Mm, it's not that often. With something like Tracer, though, it's completely different. You most of the time will be taking those hard angles. You will be flanking, so keep an eye on that.
Okay,
With your position, where you will be is maybe going all the way left if you want to flank, trying to fight for those positions over here, and minimizing the threats this way.
gotcha.
Because you out in the open here, and with your entire team, this is gonna be really easy for them to hit you. And this is the main lane too. Yeah, this is the main lane. That's why they're here. The main lane, you typically don't want, as a Thrace especially, almost never want to be on the main lane. They're really scary for you. You don't have as much HP. And here you see this poke there. It's just some sort of a consequence of, because you on the main lane, that's why you get
I was
hit.
really trying to finish her.
Yeah. Well, just need to fight the Mercy if possible. If you want to fight the Sacco, just go on the Mercy.
Gotcha.
Yeah, like Seal HP pack can kill her there if
Yeah.
possible. So you need to just, yeah, just
I
gonna
should have went
blink
for
on
the
the
H
side.
pack.
Yeah, exactly. It's fine though. Yeah, the Mercy's bullets are pretty. It's pretty big hitbox. So
Pretty
it's
big, yeah.
yeah. It's definitely scary a lot of times.
She was smart there, and she knew I used a lot of resources chasing that echo. So
Yeah,
that was good
that's
on
true.
her.
Okay, new to a set here. Okay. And this is exactly where, if your team is dead, put more emphasis on how you set up, but make sure you have the resources for the actual fight. So see now you can go on the flank, but maybe do it differently. Maybe just wait a little and blink across, like double blink across here, set up. Maybe going all the way here if you really wanna just wait it in top poke damage. But make sure you set up on the flank first. You go on this more harder angles, and then later you will be minimizing sweats this way too, because you don't want to be exposed to too many things, and starting from this more frontliney kind of angles. You need to turn the enemy's attention around as much as possible.
Gotcha.
If you make them look around like 180, so here, if they look at your team and then they look around this way, this is really good. This is what you're gonna be doing as a tracer most of the
Okay.
time. To maybe, yeah, maybe show you that. Yeah, let me see it, because I typically share some of the examples, right? Let me see, tracer. A tracer just Yes, something like that. I think I had a video on this. Maybe there's some good examples too with the blinks where you just need to constantly maintain this. I like to call it like 180 angles. You want to go from a back. Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking like maybe the fronts. Yeah, all of these examples they will showcase this kind of flank approach. So for example, here you see the front starting in the left room. Okay, what's happening from here is the front is on the left, the enemy team is at the A position, they're pushing this way. His team is at position B, and he was using this entire time when his team is not active to just set up. He's setting up for the fight to turn the enemy attention around, and once he's gonna be fighting, he's trying to minimize the sweats too. This idea, like, see, I'm using the building here, for example. I'm trying to not be exposed to, like, maybe that diva over here or somebody there. He's a little bit exposed to surgeon, so he need to potentially move towards the left there. But ideally, one sweat at a time, if possible. Yeah, and see, he moves back too, by the way. So he's not exposed to the surgeon, really. And we're still on the flank. We're still on the flank, turning the enemy's attention around consistently. And maybe this is one of the examples. Something like, yeah, maybe the next example there, Kragi, when they did this entire rotation, and it's before the fight starts. Typically, people go. So from here is the position B, enemy goes from there. Position A, your team goes from there, and you fight for this middle point. You can either go on this side lane, on this right side, or you can go all the way there and invest your time in those flanks to turn the enemy's attention around, try to fight. Because if Diana, if the Ana is fighting us, she's not healing the Ryan. If she's not healing the Ryan, then we're easily able to help out our team more. Kind of just, or like this Ash. It's all of this resource trade you can get. Like why Trace is so good is that because your movement and the way you can use a blinks, you can trade so many resources with those. I use one blink for just sleep dart, maybe something like Ash shot, and then you can win the fight potentially. And it's just one blink, but you got three of those. That's why Tracer is so good. And
you get him back so fast compared to like a sleep dart.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah.
That's why really good tracers are so oppressive with all this movement and being able to use blinks correctly. We're gonna talk more about that, like the blink management. It's really, there's a lot of stuff. Want to watch this video? By the way, it's about blink management. It's a big topic. There 15 minutes found this topic, but yeah, you can watch that additionally. But I would just start with these topics.
I can watch that video as well. Yeah.
If you like, it's on my main YouTube channel. I can give you the link if you want. I can just send it in the tasks there. Okay, so it's blink management. If you like, I don't think, don't put it as your first priority though. Put this ideas of the angles and how do you minimize sweats as your first priority, so you're not too exposed. Because see, you're just getting scared because in the main angle, and you know that too many people, you blinking back. But if you just have this proper angle at first and then you minimize the sweats, yeah, maybe this way. I'm only exposed to Cassidy, you're not as scary anymore, and you can stay in the angle. Does it make sense, or any questions?
Yeah. No, it makes sense. I should have just set up there. You're right.
Yeah, I think, and this is gonna be your most of your trace. It seems like the pattern for now, it just seems you need proper setup first. Something what we learned about how do you maintain the angle also helps, just looking at all those triggers, maintaining the range. But yeah, and let's see, we have this downtime. Yeah, this is when you can start setting up and fight. This is not too bad. This is definitely better. So you come from the side now, and you're distracting this guy. So you kind of, this is not exactly 180, but at least you make them look towards this direction, kind of 90 degrees. 90 degrees. Yeah. Stuff not too bad. Okay. The blink management needs work too, but yeah, we'll do it. Do it later. fighting an isolated target. Mechanics wise, I think you're also fine on the Tracer. There's a difference with the Tracer and Cas though. So really keep
Oh yeah.
keep an eye on your tracking, because a lot of the Tracers, in terms of mechanics, they mess up this where they just hold their fire. You don't want to do that. You want to do it similar, in a way like you do on Cas. Instead of just constantly shooting, you want to shoot only when you're confident you can hit something. So instead of doing this like a lot of players do, they just trying to hit something, like let's say maybe here they're trying to hit something, then they blink, then they miss, and they still shoot. But what you want to be doing is make sure you shoot a little, okay, reposition, readjust your crosshair, and then shoot. So it's constantly, yeah, like more precise, because it's taking
Gotcha.
a lot of time for you to reload, and you actually need to be, yeah, you need to be precise. You need to have this trigger discipline. You can train it. Just do this warm up, the one I suggested. Try hard FFA, by the way, and it's good. It's gonna be good. Oh, by the way, are you doing this warm up too before the game session, like Waxta? Yeah,
Oh yeah, I'm
that's
still
what.
doing Baxter in the aim
Mhm.
arena because there's not really many
No
try
try
hard
hard. Yeah,
FFAs. Yeah,
unfortunate.
I don't know why. That sucks. Yeah.
Yeah. I really like it. I don't know why there's not too many. But anyway, whenever you're in a queue, I think you can still do deathmatch. Once you're in a queue later, yeah, you can do deathmatch pretty much. Okay,
Okay. Yeah.
I'm thinking, yeah, maybe we can sort of summarize from this. Yeah, from this point, it's good. We can summarize. Let's see, what you tell me? What we got out of today so far with you?
Um, we went over again trying to roll back into cover. I'm still being a little careless on the rolling towards
It's better
and
though. So see, it's different point, right? Our main point before was that you roll for no reason and kind of use abilities for no reason, right? But
yeah,
now we be more precise. But it's better though. It's better though. So
yeah.
you're not just like, yeah. Okay, continue. Sorry.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
Yeah.
Fighting for and trying to get power positions.
Mm.
Like that game was actually so easy because not only did they have to worry about main lane, they had to worry about me on that building because they knew that, well, if they just left me alone, I could just get easy picks. So
Hmm.
I feel like I always knew about the concept of high ground but never really a power position. I always just call it high ground because it's good. They have to it's different angles. It's not just main. But the way you put it, it's like it really is. It puts it more into perspective how powerful it really is if I actually try to go for it. I, I don't know.
Yeah.
Fighting for and trying
Yeah.
to keep power position. Yeah.
Yeah. But power position. The difference between let's say power position and high gun to roll is that on exact power position, and typically it's high gun. Yeah, typically it's some sort of high gun, some sort of uh yeah, it's a little bit higher compared to other layout on the map. But the idea here is that you're able to set up multiple angles of attack on the objective, because you cannot take whatever high ground it is there. You need to exactly take this more of a power position, which allows you to set up more pressure on the point. And sometimes it's not as easy because you you need to keep an eye on your character's range, yeah, your effective range, where your fight is. So it's definitely the power positions, how you rotate between those, it changes depending on the map, I would say. Hmm. So yeah, power positions. Remember, if you get in push from the angle, can retake. I think you're doing that, but it just as a reminder. Yeah, you still need to keep an eye on that just in case. Maintaining off angles and try to maintain your lane. Remember this idea of the lanes. Just we going from one off angle to another. We trying to move on the lane instead of going towards the main lane. It's sort of we maintain those side lanes. Remember the kind of going. Usually it will be left side, right side. For
Hmm.
now, because typically people will stuck on the main quite a lot. Once you go into higher ranks, you will notice how people, maybe your main core, they will take a side lane, maybe go left side or right side, but and then you will be using main lane as a your off angle. But it's gonna be
Oh
later.
yeah.
It's gonna be later. For now, Well, you still might get the games where it's happening. It's just not gonna be as frequent. Not as frequent in
Yeah.
the SSR now. Okay, maintain lanes. What about cover? We yeah, we learned.
Yeah, just keep playing around cover and trying to use cover to take a 1v1 and keep the other enemy isolated. Isolate an enemy using cover and
Yeah,
peek shoot.
yeah. Big shoot. Dealing with one threat at a time at your effective
Hmm.
range. Remove space between cover and enemy. Just make sure there's no. Ideally, there's no sort of space, so you're not out in the open. Or maybe you can call it 0.5 seconds rule. Just get behind the cover in 0.5 seconds. Stuff like that.
Hmm.
Rolling towards the cover also includes all of this. Yeah, because you keep an eye on what cover you're using. Just really think. Really think about a cover like what cover I'm gonna pick. I'm gonna pick for that minute, for that fight. I don't think, well, the fight, it might be a little bit too long because you might transition from cover to cover, but at least, yeah, for a moment, you think what is that piece of cover I'm trying to use, and it will be easier for you to decide where to roll, how do you peek shoot as well, stuff like that. Yeah, what cover I'm
Hmm.
gonna use this moment. Okay, I think that's it, right? Oh well, for Tracer, was a little bit about the flanks, right? Just trying to try to set up on the flanks a little bit more for now. I would just say
Alrighty.
this. And you can still maintain the same ideas we talked about today. Okay. Later, we can try to talk about for Tracer. Definitely will be good to discuss blink management a little bit more.
Yeah, I'll definitely try to get a game or two in as Tracer.
Mm-hmm.
So, because I really want to get better with Tracer and Cass.
Okay.
Those are my two. Because I enjoy those two more than Soldier. I mean, I like Soldier as well, but I've been liking Cass and Tracer a bit more in
Sure.
terms of just
Sure.
overall fun.
Sure. Yeah, we can do Tracer of what of you. We can focus on her a little bit more then in our next session. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'll try to put into play. Well,